So I just got back from Avengers Endgame, and I gotta say, the scene where they sit down to have a roundtable discussion on Daft Punk and their impact on the music industry was really poignant and well done, to the point where it inspired me to make my own video about them. Welcome back to the Deep Discog Dive. On today's episode, we'll be looking at French electronic dance duo Daft Punk. Renowned for some of the most successful singles in dance and pop history, as well as their headwear, they're an incredibly well-respected act in pop music today, which is kinda surprising considering they only have 4 albums to their name. I'll be looking at those 4 albums along with their live album from 2007 because, spoiler alert, I really like it. Let's dive in. Well, Guy-Manuel, Thomas, you guys did pretty well on your first assignment. There's some brilliant writing in spots, each part has something memorable about it. It can get a bit long towards the end, but you can alleviate that if you listen in chunks, and it seems like you guys constructed this with that in mind. Great work, boys. This is a cookbook. I really don't know what else there is to say about this one. Very few records truly live up to their name, but even almost 20 years after it came out, I feel like I'm still discovering new things every time I listen. It's absolutely a classic. Also, is Voyager considered an underrated track in Daft Punk's discography? And if it is, can it not be anymore? I can't hate it too much. I mean, when I discovered the distortion plugins in Reaper, I also used them for literally everything I made. To be honest, I'd probably dislike Human After All way more if it wasn't for this. I'm not one for conspiracy theories, but I have a slight hunch that Daft Punk knowingly wrote all of their songs with the intent of eventually mashing them up into this album. My god, the way that they combine these songs and make them sound so good together in ways that are so blatantly apparent when you hear them, it's phenomenal. This record was huge for me when it came out. It was one of 3 records that not only served as the soundtrack for me graduating from high school, but that also helped me make connections when I first got into college. It's a musical cornerstone for me, and I think I've listened to it twice since 2013. That doesn't mean I don't like it anymore, but when you listen to something so much for so long, you need time away. But upon returning, yeah, it still holds up. The songwriting's great, the production is immaculate. Each guest adds something new, even if you think they wouldn't work on a Daft Punk song at all. And Get Lucky is still probably the best hit song of the decade. Also, how you liking that depth of field effect right there? I went into this video liking Daft Punk, and surprise, surprise, I still really like them. Even if not all of their albums are home runs, you can always tell that there's an inventiveness and playfulness at the heart of what they do, and it's easy to see why they've had so much success. For 2 guys making Daft Punky trash, they've left quite a mark on pop music. Also, please tour again. Alive 2027, I'm begging you.